If this message reached you, it's not a coincidence. Be a part of spreading God's voice. Your small support today can change someone tomorrow. Link in the description. And may God reward your kindness. Check link in description and support please.
My beloved child, let us sit together in this quiet moment. Let the noise of the world fade away like a distant tide pulling back from the shore. Let the demands of the day release their grip on your throat. Let the anxiety that has become your constant companion step outside for a while. It is just you and me now. No performance, no pretense, no pressure, just us. This is what your soul has been craving without even knowing it. Not more information, not more inspiration, not more motivation. Just presence, my presence, and I am here, fully here, not distracted, not impatient, not waiting for you to say the right words or feel the right feelings, just here, with you, for you. I know you have been running from the pain, running from the memories, running from the questions you cannot answer, running from the silence that feels so loud, running from me maybe. Not because you do not believe in me, but because you are afraid of what I might ask of you. You are afraid that if you stop running and sit still with me, I will give you a list of things you need to fix, sins you need to confess, habits you need to break, people you need to forgive. You are afraid that my presence will be heavy with disappointment and thick with judgment. So you keep moving, keep busy, keep distracted, keep the music playing and the screens glowing and the calendar full. Anything to avoid the stillness, anything to avoid the silence, anything to avoid me. I am not the accuser you fear. I am not the taskmaster you dread. I am not the disappointed father you learned about from wounded religious people. I am the one who said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Not more work, rest. I am the one who said, "I did not come to condemn the world, but to save it." Not condemnation, salvation. I am the one who said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." Not condemnation first. Freedom first. The invitation to change comes wrapped in the gift of acceptance. You do not change to be accepted. You are accepted, and that acceptance empowers you to change. The goodness of me leads you to repentance, not the fear of me, not the threat of me, the goodness of me. So stop running, child, stop hiding. I am not looking for you with a whip in my hand. I am looking for you with open arms, like the father of the prodigal son. Do you remember that story? The young man demanded his inheritance early, which was the cultural equivalent of saying, "I wish you were dead." He took the money and went to a far country. He wasted everything on wild living. He ended up broken, and eating pig slop just to survive. And then in that moment of utter desperation, he came to his senses. He rehearsed a speech. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants." He expected rejection. He deserved rejection. But here is what happened while he was still a long way off. The father saw him. The father ran to him. The father threw his arms around him and kissed him. The father called for the best robe, a ring for his finger, sandals for his feet, and a fattened calf for a feast. The father said, "My son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." That is me, child. That is who I am. I am the father who runs. I do not wait for you to clean yourself up. I do not wait for you to earn your way back. I do not wait for you to say the perfect prayer. I see you while you are still a long way off, and I run. I run past your shame. I run past your guilt. I run past your unworthiness. I run straight to you and I throw my arms around you. Not because you deserve it, but because you are mine, and you will always be mine. Nothing you have done can change that. Nothing you have failed to do can change that. Nothing anyone has done to you can change that. You are mine, irrevocably, eternally, unconditionally. I know you have been carrying burdens that were never meant for you to carry. Burdens of responsibility that belong to others. Burdens of guilt that I already forgave. Burdens of shame that I already removed. Burdens of fear that have no power over you. Burdens of control that you never had in the first place. You have been walking through life hunched over, struggling under weights that I never placed on your shoulders. Some of these burdens were given to you by others who should have protected you. Some were handed down through generations of your family like cursed heirlooms. Some you picked up yourself thinking that carrying them would somehow make you stronger, but they have only made you weaker. They have stolen your joy. They have stolen your peace. They have stolen your sleep. And I am here to take them from you, not some of them, all of them. Every single burden. Cast your cares on me, for I care for you. This is not a suggestion. It is an invitation. And it is a command. Release the weight. Let it go. Give it to me. I can carry what you cannot. I am strong enough. I am willing. I am waiting. There is a lie that has taken up residence in your heart. It whispers to you in the quiet moments. It speaks to you in the voice of your own thoughts. It says, you are alone in this. No one understands what you are going through. No one has been where you are. No one can help you. That lie has kept you isolated. It has kept you from reaching out. It has kept you from receiving the comfort and support that I have placed around you. And it is a lie, a complete and total lie. You are not alone. I am with you. Always, and I have placed people in your life who can walk with you if you will let them. But even if every human being abandons you, I will not. Even if no one on earth understands your pain, I do. I have been where you are. I was despised and rejected by men. I was a man of sorrows, acquainted with grief. I was betrayed by a close friend. I was abandoned by my disciples in my hour of greatest need. I was misunderstood, mocked, and tortured. I know pain. I know loneliness. I know the feeling of crying out and feeling like no one is listening. I have been there, and I am there with you now. Do you think I do not understand your doubt? Do you think I am shocked by your questions? Do you think I am offended when you cry out, why me, why this, why now, why so long? I am not offended, I am not shocked, I am not disappointed. I gave you a mind that questions. I gave you a heart that longs for justice. I gave you a spirit that rebels against the brokenness of this world. Those questions are not signs of weak faith. They are signs of honest faith. The psalmists asked me why over and over again. My God, why have you forsaken me? Those words are in your Bible because I wanted you to know that your questions are welcome here. Your doubts are not a threat to me. Your anger is not a deal breaker. I can handle your honesty. In fact, I prefer it. A fake prayer of empty religious words means nothing to me, but a raw, honest cry from a bleeding heart, that moves me, that touches me, that opens the door for me to move in your life. So tell me what you are really feeling, not what you think you are supposed to feel, not what you have been taught to feel. Tell me the truth. Are you angry? Tell me. Are you confused? Tell me. Are you exhausted? Tell me. Are you doubting whether I am good? Tell me. I am not fragile. I am not thin-skinned. I am not a cosmic ego waiting to be bruised by your honest emotions. I am the God of truth, and truth begins with honesty. So be honest with me. Pour out your heart like water before me. Let the tears fall. Let the questions fly. Let the anger rise. I will not strike you down. I will not turn away. I will not shame you. I will sit with you in the middle of your honest pain, and I will love you through it. That is what I do. That is who I am. I want to speak to the weariness that has settled into your bones, not the physical weariness that comes from a long day of honest work. That kind of tired can be healed by sleep. I'm speaking of the spiritual weariness that sleep cannot touch, the weariness of hope deferred, the weariness of watching and waiting and wondering, the weariness of getting your hopes up only to have them dashed again, the weariness of praying the same prayer for the 1,000th time with no visible answer. That kind of weariness is a slow poison. It seeps into your soul and colors everything gray. It makes the future look bleak. It makes the past look like nothing but failure. It makes the present feel unbearable. And it is real. I do not minimize it. I do not dismiss it. I do not tell you to just cheer up and have more faith. That is not how I operate. What I do is this. I come to you in your weariness and I offer you rest, not escape. Rest. There is a difference. Escape is running away from reality. Rest is being renewed in the middle of reality. I do not promise to take you out of your situation, at least not yet, but I do promise to be with you in it, and my presence changes everything. It does not always change the circumstances immediately, but it changes you. It changes how you see the circumstances. It changes how you carry the weight. It changes how you face tomorrow. My presence is not an exit ramp. It is a companion for the journey. And when you have me with you, the journey becomes bearable, even meaningful, even joyful. Not because the road is easy, but because you are not walking it alone. Have you considered that your weariness might be a gift? Not a punishment, but a gift that drives you to the end of yourself so that you can discover the beginning of me. As long as you feel strong, you rely on your own strength. As long as you have all the answers, you do not seek mine. As long as you can handle things on your own, you do not need me. But when you are weak, then you are strong, because my power is made perfect in weakness. My grace is sufficient for you. When you have nothing left, you finally have room for everything I want to give you. The poverty of your own resources opens the door to the riches of my grace. So do not despise your weariness. Do not curse your exhaustion. It may be the very thing that finally brings you to the place of surrender. And surrender is not defeat. Surrender is the doorway to victory, not your victory, mine. And my victory is already won. I am calling you to a different kind of prayer, not the prayer of begging and pleading with a reluctant God. You do not need to twist my arm. You do not need to convince me to love you. You do not need to persuade me to be good. I am already good. I already love you. I am already for you. The battle is already won. So what kind of prayer am I calling you to? The prayer of alignment. The prayer that says, not my will, but yours be done. Not because your will is bad, but because my will is better. Not because your desires are wrong, but because my desires for you are greater than anything you could imagine for yourself. The prayer of alignment is not passive resignation. It is active trust. It is saying, I do not understand what you are doing, but I trust you. I cannot see the way forward, but I trust you. This hurts more than I can bear, but I trust you. I trust you. That kind of prayer moves mountains. Not because it is loud, but because it is surrendered. Not because it is eloquent, but because it is honest. Not because it demands, but because it trusts. I want to tell you about the army that is being assembled in the unseen realm on your behalf. Yes, an army. You think you are fighting alone. You are not. There are angels who have been assigned to you from birth. There are intercessors who are praying for you even now, people you have never met, whose prayers are covering you in ways you will never know until eternity. There are saints who have gone before you, cheering you on from the grandstands of heaven. There is the Spirit of the living God dwelling inside you, groaning with words that cannot be uttered, praying the perfect will of the Father into your situation. And there is me, the Son, seated at the right hand of the Father, interceding for you constantly. You are not alone. You are surrounded. You are supported. You are carried. You are held. The army is vast. The army is mighty. The army is winning. Do not be afraid. You are on the winning side. The enemy wants you to believe that you are losing ground. That is his primary tactic. He magnifies your failures. He amplifies your fears. He highlights every setback and hides every victory. He wants you to think that you are going backward, that you are getting worse, that the situation is hopeless. But I tell you the truth, you are gaining ground. Every prayer you pray is gaining ground. Every step of obedience is gaining ground. Every time you choose faith over fear, you are gaining ground. Every time you forgive when you want to retaliate, you are gaining ground. Every time you get back up after falling, you are gaining ground. The progress may be invisible to your natural eyes. The enemy may be hiding it from you, but the progress is real. The ground is being taken. The kingdom is advancing, and you are part of that advance. Do not believe the lie that you are losing. You are winning. You are winning because I have already won. There is a shift happening in your perspective. Can you feel it? The fog is beginning to lift. The confusion is beginning to clear. The despair is beginning to loosen its grip. This is not your imagination. This is grace. This is my Spirit moving in your mind and heart, reorienting you toward hope. You have been looking at your circumstances from ground level, from inside the pit. But I am lifting you up. I am giving you a higher vantage point. From where I sit, the end is already known. From where I sit, every detour has a purpose. From where I sit, every delay is a divine appointment. From where I sit, your story is beautiful. Let me share my perspective with you. Let me show you what I see. I see a warrior emerging from the ashes of a wounded soul. I see a healer being forged in the fires of your own healing. I see a leader being shaped in the wilderness of your solitude. I see a testimony being written in the language of your tears. You do not see it yet, but I do. And soon you will. So take courage, beloved child. Take courage. The night will not last forever. The storm will eventually pass. The winter will give way to spring. The tomb will be empty. The stone will be rolled away. The sun will rise. It always does. My mercies are new every morning. Great is my faithfulness. I have never failed you. I will not start now. I have never abandoned you. I will not start now. I have never stopped loving you. I will not start now. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My love for you is not fickle. My commitment to you is not conditional. My promises to you are not fragile. They are sure. They are certain. They are yes and amen. Rest in that, child. Rest in the certainty of my love. Rest in the security of my promises. Rest in the victory that is already yours. You do not have to strive anymore. You do not have to perform anymore. You do not have to prove yourself anymore. You are already approved. You are already accepted. You are already loved, not because of what you have done, but because of what I have done. And what I have done is enough. It is finished. The work is complete. The price is paid. The victory is won. Now all that remains is for you to receive it, to rest in it, to live from it, not striving toward it, but resting in it. That is the abundant life. That is the peace that passes understanding. That is the joy that no one can take from you. Receive it now. Breathe it in. Let it fill every empty space in your heart. Let it wash over every wound. Let it soak into every dry and weary place. My love is not a doctrine. It is not a concept. It is not a theological position. It is a reality. It is the most real thing in the universe, and it is yours forever. Amen. My beloved child, I see you. I see you sitting there reading these words, your heart heavy with 1,000 unspoken things. I see the furrow in your brow, the tension in your shoulders, the weight pressing down on your chest like a stone. I see the questions you have stopped asking because you grew tired of the silence. I see the hopes you have stopped nomming because you grew afraid of the disappointment. I see the dreams you have buried in the backyard of your heart, marking their graves with small stones of resignation. I see all of this, and I am not angry. I am not impatient. I am not distant. I am closer than the air you breathe, closer than the thoughts forming in your mind, closer than your own skin. And I am speaking, not in the thunder, not in the earthquake, not in the fire, in the still small voice that you almost missed. But you didn't miss it, did you? You are here. You are listening. That is not an accident. That is grace calling to grace. That is my spirit drawing your spirit. That is love, relentless and tender, pursuing you even now. I know you have been asking for a sign. You have been looking for something dramatic, something undeniable, something that would finally silence the doubts and settle the questions once and for all. A burning bush, a parting sea, a voice from heaven, a pillar of fire. You have been waiting for me to write my message across the sky in letters of lightning so that you could finally believe. But here is the truth you have been missing. I have already given you the sign. The sign is me, not a message written in the sky. A person walking on the earth, not a supernatural phenomenon, a savior hanging on a cross, not a display of power that forces your belief, a demonstration of love that invites your trust. The sign is not something I do. The sign is who I am, and I am with you. That is the sign. That has always been the sign. That will always be the sign. Emmanuel, God with us, God with you, not God performing for you, not God proving himself to you, God with you, present, near, available. That is the miracle you have been overlooking while searching for a different one. You have been living as if your life is divided into two categories, the sacred and the secular, the holy and the ordinary, the times when I am present and the times when I am absent. But I am here to tell you that this division is a lie. It is a false distinction created by religious minds that want to keep you coming back for more information instead of living in the freedom of my presence. The truth is this: there is no place where I am not. There is no moment when I am absent. There is no activity that is outside my reach. The sacred and the secular are not two different realities. There is only one reality, my reality. And my reality is that I am in all things, through all things, and over all things. Your morning coffee is sacred. Your commute to work is sacred. Your laundry is sacred. Your sleepless night is sacred. Your ordinary Tuesday afternoon is sacred. Not because of what you are doing, but because of who is with you while you are doing it. I am there. And my presence makes everything holy. You have been waiting for the right moment to start living your life, waiting for the problem to be solved before you can be happy, waiting for the relationship to be fixed before you can be at peace, waiting for the financial pressure to lift before you can be generous, waiting for the health to improve before you can be grateful, waiting for the season to change before you can be fruitful. But I am calling you to a radical shift. I am calling you to live now, not tomorrow, not when, now, in the middle of the mess. In the heart of the struggle, in the center of the storm, I'm not asking you to pretend that everything is fine. I'm asking you to find me in the middle of what is not fine, because I am there. And when you find me, you find everything you need: peace in the chaos, joy in the sorrow, strength in the weakness, hope in the despair, light in the darkness. I am not a distant God who only shows up when conditions are right. I am a present God who makes conditions right by my very presence. Let me tell you about the treasure that is hidden in your brokenness. Yes, your brokenness. You have been trying to hide it, fix it, deny it, escape it. You have been treating your brokenness as your greatest shame, but I see it as your greatest potential. A broken heart has more capacity for love than a whole one because it has been opened. A broken spirit has more room for my spirit than a proud one because it is humble. A broken life has more opportunity for my glory than an unbroken one because my power is made perfect in weakness. Do you think I only use people who have it all together? Look at my track record. I used a murderer named Moses to lead my people out of Egypt. I used a prostitute named Rahab to save the spies and enter the lineage of Jesus. I used an adulterer named David to be the greatest king of Israel and write the Psalms that have comforted millions. I used a persecutor named Paul to write most of the New Testament. I do not call the qualified. I qualify the called. I do not recruit the whole. I heal the broken. And then I use the healed brokenness to heal others. Your brokenness is not the end of your story. It is the beginning. I know there are people in your life who have wounded you deeply. People who should have protected you but instead betrayed you. People who should have loved you but instead used you. People who should have believed in you but instead dismissed you. People who should have celebrated you but instead resented you. These wounds are real. They are not imaginary. They are not something you should just get over. The pain is real, and I do not minimize it. But I want to offer you a different way of relating to those wounds. Not forgetting, not pretending, not stuffing the pain down, but forgiving, not because they deserve it, not because what they did was okay, not because you are weak, but because you are free. Forgiveness is not about letting them off the hook. Forgiveness is about unhooking yourself from the anchor of bitterness that is keeping you from moving forward. When you forgive, you do not release them. You release yourself. You cut the rope that ties your present peace to their past behavior. You stop letting them live rent-free in your head. You stop giving them power over your emotions. Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you, and I will help you do it. You do not have to find the strength on your own. I will give you my strength. I will give you my heart. I will give you the ability to forgive the unforgivable. Just ask me. Just take the first step. I will carry you the rest of the way. There is a season of acceleration coming into your life. Not the kind of acceleration that the world talks about, faster promotions, quicker results, more productivity. That kind of acceleration can actually be dangerous if you are not ready for it. No, I am talking about a different kind of acceleration. An acceleration of your spiritual growth. An acceleration of your emotional healing. An acceleration of your ability to hear my voice and follow my leading. Things that would have taken years are going to happen in months. Lessons that would have taken decades are going to be learned in days. Not because you are special, but because the times demand it. The harvest is ripe. The laborers are few, and I need you ready. So I am speeding up the process. The pressure you are feeling is not punishment. It is the pressure of acceleration. Like a rocket breaking through the atmosphere, the greatest pressure comes just before the breakthrough. Do not give up in the pressure. The breakthrough is closer than you think. I want to speak to the fear of failure that has paralyzed you. You have so many ideas, so many dreams, so many things you would love to try, but you are afraid of looking foolish, afraid of wasting time and money, afraid of what others will think, afraid of starting something you cannot finish, afraid of failing. So you do nothing, you stay safe, you stay small, you stay stuck. And the years are passing, the opportunities are passing, the window is closing. And your fear is robbing you of the life I created you to live. Let me tell you something about failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. Every person who has ever accomplished anything significant has failed many times. The only people who never fail are the people who never try. And I did not create you to play it safe. I created you to take risks. I created you to step out of the boat. I created you to walk on water. And yes, sometimes you will sink. But I will be there to pull you out. And you will learn something in the sinking that you could never learn on the shore. So stop being afraid of failure. Start being afraid of a life lived so safely that you never discover what you could have become. I know you have been praying for me to change your circumstances, but I want to ask you something. What if I am doing something better than changing your circumstances? What if I am changing you? What if the circumstance is not the enemy? What if the circumstance is the tool I am using to transform you into the person you need to become? You have been asking for a way out. I am offering you a way through. The way out would leave you unchanged. You would escape the fire, but you would still be the same person who walked into it. You would miss the refining. You would miss the purification. You would miss the removal of the dross. The way through changes you. It burns away the impurities. It strengthens the metal. It prepares you for the weight of glory that is coming. So do not despise the fire. Do not beg for escape. Ask for endurance. Ask for transformation. Ask for me to be with you in the flames. And I promise you, when you come out on the other side, you will not be the same. You will be better. You will be purer. You will be stronger. You will be more like me. There is a sound rising in your spirit. Can you hear it? It is faint, almost inaudible at first, but it is growing. It is the sound of resurrection, the sound of dead things coming back to life, the sound of dry bones rattling together, sinew and flesh appearing, breath entering from the four winds, the sound of tombs opening and graves releasing their captives, the sound of hope, buried for so long, cracking through the soil of your circumstances. This sound is not coming from outside you. It is coming from inside you, from the deepest part of your being where my spirit dwells. That sound is the sound of your own awakening. You have been asleep, not physically asleep, but spiritually asleep, numb, disconnected, going through the motions. But the alarm is ringing, the trumpet is sounding, the voice of the archangel is calling. Awake, sleeper, rise from the dead, and I will shine on you. It is time to wake up. It is time to come alive. It is time to step into the life that has been waiting for you. I want to tell you about the inheritance that is yours, not the inheritance of money or property or possessions. Those things are temporary. They rust and fade and get stolen. I'm talking about your spiritual inheritance, the inheritance that was purchased for you by the blood of my Son, the inheritance that cannot be taken away, cannot be diminished, cannot be lost. What is that inheritance? It is my presence. It is my peace. It is my joy. It is my power. It is my wisdom. It is my love. It is my righteousness. It is my holiness. It is my healing. It is my deliverance. It is my freedom. It is my identity. It is my purpose. It is my destiny. All of this is yours, not because you earned it, not because you deserve it, but because you are my child. And children inherit from their father. So stop living like a beggar when you have been made a king. Stop living like a slave when you have been set free. Stop living in lack when the riches of heaven are at your disposal, not riches of money. Riches of grace, riches of mercy, riches of love, these are yours. Reach out and take them. They are not hidden. They are not locked away. They are right here, right now, available to you. You have been looking at your life and seeing only the gaps, the gap between where you are and where you want to be, the gap between what you have and what you need, the gap between who you are and who you think you should be, and the gaps have overwhelmed you. They have made you feel like a failure. They have made you feel like giving up. But I want to show you something different. I want to show you how far you have come. I want to show you the mountains you have already climbed, the battles you have already won, the obstacles you have already overcome. You are not where you want to be. That is true. But you are not where you used to be. That is also true. And the gap between where you were and where you are is a testimony of my faithfulness. It is evidence of my grace. It is proof that I am at work in your life, even when the progress feels slow. So stop focusing on the remaining distance. Start celebrating the distance already covered. Gratitude is not just a nice sentiment. It is a weapon. It breaks the spirit of discouragement. It silences the voice of complaint. It opens the door for more blessings. Be thankful, not because everything is perfect, but because I am good, and I am with you, and I am not finished. I am not finished with you. Let that sink in. I am not finished. The story is not over. The final chapter has not been written. There is more. There is so much more, more joy than you have experienced, more peace than you have known, more love than you have dared to hope for, more purpose than you have imagined, more impact than you have dreamed. I am not finished. The best is yet to come, not because the future is automatically better than the past, because I am in the future. And my presence makes everything better. So do not write the ending based on the middle of the story. Do not judge the book by the chapter you are currently in. The plot twists are coming. The redemption arc is being written. The happy ending is guaranteed, not because life is fair, because I am faithful. And I have promised that all things work together for good for those who love me and are called according to my purpose. All things, not just the good things, not just the easy things, all things, the pain, the loss, the disappointment, the delay, the betrayal, the failure, all of it. I am weaving it all into a tapestry of grace that will take your breath away when you finally see it from my perspective. So hold on, beloved child, hold on. The night is almost over. The morning is coming. The sun is rising on the horizon of your life. I see it. And soon you will see it too. And when you do, you will realize that you were never alone in the darkness. I was there. You will realize that the tears you cried were never wasted. I collected them. You will realize that the prayers you thought were unanswered were actually being answered in ways you could never have predicted. You will realize that the waiting was not punishment, it was preparation. You will realize that the broken road was leading you to exactly the place you needed to be. And you will fall to your knees in worship, not because of what you have accomplished, but because of who I am. And you will say, surely the Lord was in this place and I did not know it. And I will smile. And I will say, welcome home, beloved, welcome home. Now and live like the beloved child you are, not like an orphan fighting for scraps, not like a slave cowering in fear, not like a stranger wandering without purpose. Live like a son, live like a daughter, live like the heir to a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Live in my love, live in my peace. Live in my joy, live in my freedom, and let your life be a light that draws others out of their darkness and into my arms. This is your calling, this is your destiny, this is your life. Live it, fully, freely, fearlessly. For I am with you, always to the end of the age, and beyond. Amen.